Good morning and welcome to It's a Beautiful Day in Fairfield. And it is quite the beautiful morning in
It
Fairfield. Yes, it is.
is.
I'm Mark Turner. That's Claire Vaughn. Mindy Otey from Feeding Kids of Wayne County has joined us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Wow.
Thank you so much for
What,
Yes,
coming.
thanks for
what,
having
what
me.
a, first of all, just let me say, what a great organization. What a great program.
Yeah,
And something that we really need in
Yes.
Wayne County.
thank you.
Very much so. Very much so. So let's just get into it.
Okay.
Let's just start out. For those people that don't know about your program, just kind of tell them about it and how it started.
Okay, so it is Feeding Kids of Wayne County, so it includes our whole county. Um, Kind of how it just started is our family's a foster family, and so we actually just adopted our youngest little girl this past Wednesday.
Yay.
And so we knew that door was closing and was just praying about, like, what does it look like? Because it just couldn't imagine not doing something for the children around us. And so as we prayed, just the food summer program was put on our hearts. It was actually put on our hearts 2 years ago because it closed down when COVID stopped.
Right.
So it used to be ran by Twigs, which ran out of the United Methodist Church and basically kind of ran by the state. It served Fairfield. But it's kind of a heavy weight for one church,
Right.
one section of Wayne County to take that on. And so when COVID hit and shut down everything, it kind of did. So this was going to be our fourth summer without a summer sack lunch program.
Wow.
And so I didn't even have a vision or knew what that would look like 2 years ago. And then this year, it was really laid on my heart not to just feed the kids in Fairfield, but like we are a great community and we have kids all over our county that could benefit from this. And so we currently serve 3 locations in Fairfield, which I'll get into in a moment. And we serve Sisney, Wayne City, and Jeff. And so how that came about was I started calling around asking schools for their McKinney-Vento numbers. And so McKinney-Vento
Yeah, tell me. I'm
is,
like, what is this?
any student that does not have a fixed or regular or adequate place to sleep,
Oh, wow.
which I think that just those numbers shocked me, just getting that information, because we live in our own little world and
Yeah.
we think our bellies are full, so everyone must be, doing good, or just maybe just not as aware of it.
Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing just with my husband's job is just knowing that. So I think that's why our hearts beat a little
Yeah.
bit more for our kiddos in our community. But there is a school in our county that has 48% of their students are McKinney-Vento.
Wow.
That's shocking
It is.
Yes.
in this day and age.
Yeah,
I'm-
in our own community.
Yeah.
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 It's shocking to me that we have any. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was so far removed from that.
Yes.
Like you said, I said out of sight, out of mind. We think if we're doing okay, everyone else is okay too.
Doesn't
You
cross
know?
our mind.
Yeah.
And our days are so busy anyway.
Right.
It doesn't really cross our minds. We're at the ball field or we're at a
Right.
game, and we see all
Living
these,
our lives.
yeah, doing our thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
and
48%.
And so a lot of our kiddos get their lunches from school.
Yeah.
And then the summer comes.
Right.
And then it went even a little deeper. It's just like kids not having access to food.
Mm-hmm.
And we think, how could kids not have access to food?
Right.
But it's been a blessing just to talk to our health department
Mm-hmm.
and just some other resources that kind of put that in perspective of just like, yes, there's funds coming in or, but not everyone goes home to what we go home to. Not everyone
Right.
has those resources that we have. And so I didn't know what it looked like, so I'm just going to throw out some blessing names because
Yeah.
Ashley Elliott from White County, helped me so much and putting her White County is served by the community as well.
Oh, wow.
And it's a program that almost mimics exactly kind of what was already put on my heart.
Yeah.
So she guided me. And then Wabash County, Melissa Smith, she has a lunch wagon. And she has kind of held my hand,
Yeah.
helping me figure this out because I've never ran a business. I've never ran an organization.
Right.
I have no idea what this looks like. And that's what I kept telling the Lord, like, this is bigger than what I could do. I have no idea what I'm doing. But it wasn't really about me at all. So it was about our kiddos. So from there, we started just a Facebook page so we can kind of get our name out there and what we're doing so those kiddos can be aware of it. We also made flyers to put into their backpacks at the end of the school year.
Yes.
And our Facebook page is Feeding Kids of Wayne County.
I was just pulling it up to see. Great. Everyone needs to go on there and like and follow it. 535 followers already. The word is starting to get out. So that's great. But I want to see that number over 1,000, you know, and just help spread the word, share it with everyone that you're friends with, and just help spread the word because it's such a wonderful program. And even, you know, print out the flyers or take it to your church or whatever and share it with the people that you know and get that word out so no one goes hungry, you know, this summer. That's the whole goal of this program.
And honestly, you're going to, if you worked, volunteered or anything, you're going to hear me say it 100 times. Because we're just feeding kids of Wayne County. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to have a certain level. We're just feeding kids. I don't care if you're at the pool and you're riding home and you see
you're hungry.
Our stand and you're like, okay, I want, you know, you're hungry. It's for anybody and everybody. We're just feeding kids. So
there's no shame in the game. There's no questions asked. You just come through and get your food.
No.
And we'll talk about later about the different food options that you have and the different locations that you're at. But I just cannot believe how many different places and how often you're feeding. Yeah. You know, you're doing these things.
It's truly like just the community's blessing.
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
I couldn't stress enough just how community-based this is.
Yeah.
Because we would not be even able to run without the food donations, without the monetary donations, without the volunteers. Like, I think I was, like, humbly overwhelmed when I kind of set up a template of what it would look like because I was like, how am I going to, like, be able to fill this 11-week span? And before I knew it, because it was not just churches. It's just churches,
individuals,
businesses, organizations. You put a group together. If you want to come and make sandwiches and serve food, then come together and let's just do it together. So so what that looks like, there is 11 weeks in the summer, and now that this is our first week, it is kind of two separate ministries because we have a separate ministry that solely runs on Monday that serves the Sisney, Jeff, and Wayne City because they get our supplement sacks, which we'll talk about.
Love it.
Because it's those are smaller areas, so we can't. No, we could.
Right.
Eventually, maybe.
Yes.
Just maybe not this summer because this was really just put on my heart months ago.
I was going to say, you're a last-minute girl like us. That's how Mule Nation started.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, we decided, like, a month before football, and it's like, we're figuring it out.
Okay,
and,
well,
you know,
we'll
it's like, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
We've never done this before,
Right.
same as you. And sometimes you're called to do things, and you're like, this is way over me. This is way bigger than I am.
Yeah.
How the heck am I going to manage this?
Right.
And it takes people like you. Like, I'm going to get emotional because it takes people like you that are still, they're not afraid, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I know this is bigger than me, but it's all bigger than me. And if I'm not going to do it, who's going to do it?
Right.
You know, you see a need. Like, seriously, thank you so much for doing this for our
Cannot be
community.
afraid to take that leap.
Well, and honestly, it's just like Lord led of, I am probably a crier, but I think I've cried more over this organization than anything in my life because when I go over the paperwork and stuff and I just constantly see funds being raised or I come home and there's food that's been delivered and I look at our pages and I have not just 50 names, I have hundreds of volunteers. that are willing to take time out of their day, which time is our most precious gift that we can give someone.
Right.
And they're willing to take that time and donate a little bit back to their community and to our kids. And that to me is just, it's nothing that I could have done.
Right.
None of this is anything I could have done. Like,
Our-
I know, you know what I mean?
Yes, our community is just simply amazing, and they step up for, great causes and for
Yeah.
people. And how wonderful that like you said, you thought of this months ago.
Yep.
And somehow
It's full.
people stepped up. It's
Yep.
full. You've got your things. I'm putting in the live stream chat for people, the Facebook page, as well as the Amazon wish list.
Okay.
So that way it'll be easily accessible for you guys to find because you're still accepting donations.
Yep.
I just saw the picture of them unpacking the
Yes.
Amazon boxes.
Yeah.
And how amazing.
So, just that cool story of too. So, my son wanted to go on an 8th grade trip to Disney World, and that has been planned for like a year and a half.
Yes.
And so, even on vacation, I was like, Lord, you knew this vacation was already planned.
Right.
And I'm a little stressed because I'm
First
only going to
week.
get back.
Yeah.
And the New Beginnings, I go to New Beginnings Church, and so
Mm-hmm.
I signed them up kind of like their first week because I knew they would
You're
have
my
a lot
family.
of grace
Yeah.
for me. And I woke up one morning, I think it was like the Thursday before that Monday, and my friend Amber had sent me a message, and just out of the blue, her and our youth director, Michaela, went in there and took all those boxes, stocked my pantry, and then the youth group the next morning came in and made 220 sacks. Never asked them to do any of this.
That's amazing.
They just kind of felt led, and so that's why it's like,
Aw.
there's nothing I could control or do. Like,
Yeah.
people are good, they're faithful,
There's-
and
yes.
it was all taken care of. And Monday was smooth, and
Yes.
it was good.
Aw.
That's what makes Wayne County such a really special place.
Yeah.
It truly is, and that's why it's like, I love that this is for churches, businesses, and organizations, because I got to serve at a location yesterday, and it was truly like the best part of my week. Like just to see those kiddos, and they're coming up on their bikes and stuff, and they're just getting their little lunches, and even these little ones that I can't even believe ride bikes without training wheels. They come and they get their little sacks, and so my main thing is just to make sure kids feel seen and that they feel loved while they're there.
Yes.
Like just love on them. Like
Yeah.
we're busy people, and and so I'm just happy that it's opened enough to everyone gets to see and have this opportunity to serve and
Yes.
be a part of it.
How amazing.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So, current needs.
Yeah, current needs. So let's go into kind of what we pack, because
Yes.
it kind of can be a confusing ministry because it is kind of two separate ministries.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the cool thing. At the beginning of the week, I needed, this was our first week.
Yeah.
And just to praise we've served over 200 kids in the past 4 days.
Oh my God.
And 23 families with our supplement sacks.
Wow.
And so at the beginning of the week, I needed individual snacks and chips to fill these sacks. And within days,
You had them.
I had them.
And let's not forget this has been a short week.
Yeah.
With the holiday.
Yes, yeah. And so that's why, and it's not that we don't have funds. So we do have funds, but it's such a blessing to be able to get that stuff donated, because I don't want it to be just this summer. I want it to be next summer. I want these kids to, like, that's my favorite thing is like, we'll be back here tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow. You know, being able to say that, or like, what was your favorite thing that you had this week? And like, note it. Like, I want to make sure I have that for them, for them next time. And so,
what would you like to see in here?
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
That's fun.
So that's kind of another thing of sharing kind of this journey that I was getting ready to lead into, and knowing that I was finishing up with my caseworker for my last, my youngest daughter. I just said, can you go into the homes and ask these kiddos, like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Like, what are some things that you will want and that won't just sit on the shelf?
Right.
And she came back that next month with just a list of items that they enjoy eating over the summer, or that they enjoy receiving. And so that's kind of how my Amazon list kind of came about for these kiddos. And so it's an Amazon list, but it's just an Amazon idea. It's just an ideas list because we work with Tyler Lampley at Save a Lot, and he's so helpful in making sure we have our bread and our, all of those things. So it's just an idea. Like someone's like, do I have to get them off there? Absolutely not.
No.
Like
support local. We're great with that.
I love it. It was just the easiest way to get an idea of what we needed out there. And then people are saying, where can I drop it off? And so this whole program is based out of New Beginnings Church.
Okay.
And so our secretary's there Tuesday through Thursday from 9 to 4.
Okay.
So they can always drop it off at our office there. And Kids in Motion is also ran out of there. So the doors open on that part of our church to get in. And then we are there Monday through Friday, around 9:30 to noon. Okay. We run our program out of the other end of it, all week too. So, and always like on the easiest way to reach me, I feel like, is through our Facebook page, the Feeding Kids of Wayne County. Yep. Just sending me a message. I had some messages this morning that people had donations, and so just kind of arranging and getting those. That being said, I also have a board for the program. Okay. Something I came up with just as the Lord kind of put it on my heart, because I feel like I have a vision for the program, but I am not great at like maybe like the pantry. I have someone who goes through my pantry and checks expiration dates and takes care of that. Yeah. I have someone who solely takes care of our funds. And so for people who wanted to send donations, they could send them to that 1310 East Main Street. Just make donations out to Feeding Kids of Wayne County. Okay. And Kirsten there, she takes care of all of my funds. She's
a good little financial girl.
She's amazing.
She's over our murder mystery dinner too. Yes, anything financial, we're like, Kirsten's got it.
I know, and it's just like so helpful. She like kind of volunteered, and then she's like, but if you're thinking about making a board, I'll be on it too.
Aww, and I was like, okay. I love you. Yes.
And then Carissa Seidel out of Wayne City, she's my contact Wayne City person, so she's on our board. And then Jessica Lane from Sisney, is on our board as well. So, and Christopher and I, and then Amber Phillips and Susan Jolly those are kind of my right hand people. If when I can't be there, they're there. And so it's not just, I don't have to make all these decisions. Right. I could take it to them, and we can decide on it together. Yep. So that works really well.
That's nice. Nose is running. Where are those tissues?
I don't know.
So, they never got here.
You mentioned 200 meals served. This week alone.
The last 4 days.
The last 4 days, but I mean that's just scratching the surface, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
For 4 days.
I don't have like a number in mind. Truly, I was like, if I just fed one kid all summer, the Lord saw the one kid, this one child's need, and met that, and I was totally at peace with that. And so kind of serving over 200 people, 200 kiddos in 4 days is just brings me joy.
Oh my gosh, it gives me goosebumps. Like it's just amazing. It really is.
It brings you joy being able to serve.
Yes. So if someone has a need, how do they find you? I mean, we know the Facebook page, but where are your locations at? When are you there? That sort of thing.
Perfect. So in the Fairfield locations, we are at Manor of the Woodlands. Okay. Our program times all week long, no matter if it's out of town or in town, we are at that location from 11 to 11:30. Okay. And so we have Manor of the Woodlands, and then we have the Lakeside Park, and we're on the west side of the shelter. And then Jesus Name Pentecostal Church, that's on that southwest 6th Street. Yep. So we're at those 3 locations in Fairfield. From 11 to 11:30 every day, Monday through Friday. Another cool thing is our teachers are amazing here in our community, and so they have kind of stepped up, and if they know a child's needs or a family's needs that aren't able to make it at those times, they have just kind of messaged me and said, hey, can I come and get X amount of supplement sacks or whatever it may be and take it. And so that has been a blessing too, just that they see their kiddos and their needs and just a familiar face. So that's good. And then on Mondays, We serve the Sisney, Wayne City, and Jeff. And so what that looks like is we have drivers that come to our church at 10:30 who pick up these supplement sacks. And this week, so it has lunch meat, it has bread, it has a full bag of chips, mac and cheese, SpaghettiOs, cereal bars, fruit, cans of fruit, pudding cups or Jell-O cups. And so there's 2 different sacks. And so we got to serve 23 families this Monday with those supplement sacks, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And so we go to Sisney, and it's the park at the square from 11 to 11:30. And then Wayne City on the park on Shreve Street.
Yeah.
And then Jeff is on the west side of the school. It's set up there.
That is awesome.
Yeah. That is.
And again, there's no sign-ups needed. You just show up and get what you need.
Volunteer-wise, if you'd like to volunteer, get a hold of you by Facebook, or is there another way?
Facebook is probably the best way.
Okay.
Just because it's kind of easier for me just to kind of look at that list. We have been blessed to have those 11 weeks filled up fairly quickly, but also we need those single volunteers in case someone can't be there, or we need extra drivers and stuff. So it's kind of nice to have that list prepared to just be able to pick up the phone and call them and they step in.
Hey, somebody's not feeling well today. Can you help?
Right.
Yep.
And it's, I mean, I'm just so impressed because it's like, you know, a lot of these people that you're talking about, they have other jobs. They, you know, we're all busy. We have kids that we're taking care of. And to just have this many volunteers and people that are ready to step up and be there for this mission.
Yes.
I love it. I just love to see it.
I mean, that's pretty incredible because we have like 8 people every day at the church for the 11 weeks already signed up, willing to give their time.
Yes.
We have, and like, that's another thing. People are like, you know, like, do you need money? Do you need food? Truly, it's like however you feel led.
Right.
Is because not everyone can give time. Not everyone can give money. So it's like, or even if you just cover us in prayer, like, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Like, truly, whatever you feel led to do is just do that.
Yep. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I like am so grateful for it. Like, I could go into that food pantry every day and just cry.
Yeah.
It's just a blessing because at the end of the day, sometimes I'm like, we're depleted.
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then I went in there and someone had bought all the like boxes of mac and cheese and I didn't have any when I left the day before.
Yeah.
And so just things like that, it'll just, it's just a blessing, and it's incredible how the needs are met before you even kind of mention them.
Yeah. So, it's a powerful thing, the Lord here.
Is.
Yeah.
You know, let
So,
people know.
If someone does want to donate types of food, you're looking for staples that, you know, that can be not, you know, perishable items, but dry goods, things like that, mac and cheese.
Bags of chips.
Full bags of chips right now I need because our supplement sacks. So that's the cool thing. So last week I really needed individual bags of chips. I didn't have any. And now I feel like I'm covered for like 4 weeks, which is a blessing. No, it's so good.
I love it.
You know, so, and I'm also going to try to keep our Facebook page updated of like what our current need is because it does change.
Right.
Because the community is so good that they're like, you need it? Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
And, but like our current need, I wrote these down so I didn't forget, was like full bags of chips, the boxes of macaroni and cheese, Sloppy Joe mix, which is kind of funny, but the kiddos, that was one of the things on their list.
Really?
And so that week, if I put Sloppy Joes in our supplement sacks, I'll just make sure I put buns in there as well.
Right.
And so those sacks are to make sure they have lunches throughout the week, but also the kids snack. Like, we get hungry, so just things that they can kind of snack or eat, or maybe I try to put one dinner meal in there as well. And so I'm going to go over cost because I'm a numbers girl.
I love that.
I, whenever I first started this, I was trying to get an estimate of like how much, what a week looked like, what that cost would even be to sustain a full summer. And so I wanted the bags to cost around $1.85, which right now currently they're costing around $1.93, which the great thing is like this whole past week, I didn't purchase any item.
Right. So that's going down, every day. Right.
Yeah. And so, and we are on average serving 50 lunches a day, sack lunches a day for our kiddos. And I had estimated about 60, which the week's cost would be about $115. So since I kind of marked it down throughout the week to the 55, it's costing us about just over $530 a week for those sack lunches. And then for the supplement sacks, they're just almost at $16, but they're about $15.75, and we fed 23 families. So that was $362.25 this week. So our average cost, which most everything was donated, was $893 this week. But I just purchased the bread and the lunch meat this week. Everything else was completely donated, which was really a blessing. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you guys do any sort of like drinks with it, like milk, or is that just something that's covered?
So we do. So every sack lunch has like a sandwich, a drink, a chip, a treat, and a fruit.
Okay.
So there's five items in every sack lunch.
Yeah.
And so it kind of just varies if it's like waters or Capri Suns, kind of whatever we have in our pantry.
Right.
Is what we put in there.
Love it. That's so fun. And I like you have the location at Leo French, right? Or Lakeside, yeah. Which is that's nice. Having the little kids ride through on their bikes, I bet that's just adorable.
If you head down 7th Street, there's a lot of kids on bikes in that area.
Yeah.
So kind of how I came up with those locations, because I can't take credit for that. I was really blessed because the Twigs used to run the program.
Right.
And I was given access to a lot of their information, which was just a huge blessing to even breathe life into a program like this. And so they had done 4 locations, but that 4th one didn't typically have that many children there.
Right.
So we narrowed it down to the 3 locations. And the Twigs program was serving about 55 lunches a day 4 years ago.
Wow.
And so to be able to serve like an average of 50 this week was just kind of a blessing. Like,
yeah.
The kids are there. Like, it breaks my heart to think that they had to go summers without it.
I know.
But I try not to focus on that and just kind of realize, like, we'll be back tomorrow. Like,
yes.
We'll be back tomorrow. So.
Yes.
And to see the kids' faces light up when they have things, I just can't imagine how good that makes you feel.
It is a joy. And they're just precious. Like, they're just sweet. And at the locations, I love to ask, like I said earlier, just like, what was your favorite sandwich this week? And like a little girl's like, I want the ham and cheese. Will it be back next week? And so, because we try to mix it up, because there's like bologna, turkey, ham, PB&J, but then there's also for allergies, there's other sandwiches, and just try to mix it up for the kiddos so it's not the same thing every day. But yeah,
there's so much thought that goes into this program. You know what I mean? It's just, you can tell that there's so much passion and love behind it. And, the thought and cares and just like the organization of it. Like, I'm just in my head, I'm like, this is way bigger, I think, than people realize. It's not just making a sack lunch and dropping it off. And it's
one of those things, I want it to be sustainable. I want it from here on out to say, like, say this organization took on a week. I want you to be able to walk in the doors, make yourself at home in the kitchen, and just make those lunches. You know? And then so it's easy. So I do have lots of checklists. So these should be in our sack lunch items. And so hopefully it eliminates a lot of questions for people. And I have a binder that I keep there with all of the health department information of how everything should be handled and done. And so I'm there every Monday to kind of get everyone started. Right. But people are good.
Oh,
They're
love
good.
It.
So.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, what else we got?
Last thing.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I know I had a lot of people ask me, like, how do you know what number to serve, or what do you do with your waste? And so I just want to say that Feed My Sheep Soup Kitchen made a donation to support our program, And so as we were praying, like, what do we do with these sandwiches? Like, we don't want things to go to waste.
Right.
Like, we want them to be able to continue to serve and pour back into our community. A light bulb just came on, and we're like, our program's over at 11:30.
Yep.
So before our drivers come back to the New Beginnings Church to unload and stock, they go by Feed My Sheep Soup Kitchen and give them to Lois there, and she gets to serve them because everything, we have coolers, we have thermometers that stay under that 41 degrees. Everything's monitored and taken care of that way, so it could still be used.
That's
which is
amazing.
Wonderful.
Yes,
yeah, it's really great.
And Feed My Sheep Soup Kitchen is another just amazing program that we have in this community. I've went and served there over our lunch hours a time or two before, and it's crazy to see. I mean, it's just there is a need for it in our community.
And that's kind of the thing. It's like, all the volunteers, it kind of gives you that view of like what the needs are. Like it is there. But it also gives you that connection with these kiddos that maybe you wouldn't be able to connect with, because they're just riding their bikes by.
Right.
But you get to spend some time with them. What are you doing this summer?
Yeah.
They're happy to tell you, and they're, they're just energetic little people that can pour back into you as much as you think you're pouring into them.
Right.
They're actually pouring into
us.
They're
the true blessings.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Well, we're going to take a little break. We'll switch into weather and do a couple things, and I'll give you some time to look through your notes and make sure we haven't missed anything.
Perfect.
And we will come back at the end for that. So tell us the weather, Mark.
The weather looks rainy.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe some rain coming in tonight into tomorrow. Sunday, not too bad. Temps look good, though. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all looking like rain, and then maybe rain coming up the weekend after next. So it's
rain.
Yeah. I'm not sure that they're predicting anything dangerous like we saw this past weekend, but
all right. Well, if
there is a chance of rain every day, and boy, you can tell the farmers are watching the weather because we were on the road last night, and even at 9:30, 10 o'clock, you could see headlights in the fields. Where farmers were trying to get their work done. Trying to get those things done.
Oh, can't blame them.
Yeah, I mean, temps going to look good. I mean, upper 70s, low 80s.
I know. I feel like we're living in like San Diego right now.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's summertime and 70s, low 80s. I'll take it. I will take it. I'm not nice when I'm hot.
We went to a softball game last night. We had to wear jackets.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we went to Felix's the other night, and Maddox was in a tank top, and I was in short sleeves, and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like such a bad mom. Like, here we are.
Well, it just drops. Like,
it was the 8 o'clock game, and so there's no sun out.
As soon as that sun goes down, it gets kind of chilly.
There was a little girl running around, and we were playing together, and she had a blankie, so I was, stealing her blankie from her. I'm like, come cuddle with me, warm me up.
You can sit here.
You can sit right here, honey. Forced love. It's fine.
Taking advantage of the younger generation.
I know. She had such a warm, fuzzy blanket, though. All right. We're going to go into some local events really fast. RJ on Main, we are having yoga class every Thursday morning at 6:30 a.m. Our numbers are growing. We had, I think, 6 last week or yesterday. But 6:30
Nobody showed up at 6:30 p.m.
No, we didn't have any. That has been clarified, so we're good there. But you don't have to sign up. You just come in, get here a little before 6:30, bring your own yoga mat, and it's $10. That way we can pay our instructor to be here, and we hope you'll join us for that.
And no pun intended on the clarified.
Clarified. Yeah. My whole life, literally, in school, they'd be like, clarify. And I'm like, what? Or I'm going to clear the chalkboard or clear the whiteboard. I'm like, huh? Yeah. And then I had Blair in my class, which was always confusing. Mr. Hyduke, like, he'd be like, Blair, and she was right behind me in class. I'm like, me? No. Claire? Oh, okay. So I'm just used to it. But our next event, I think I got an update on it, so I'm going to check. Okay, Kurt Parent sent me about the pork burger and pork chop sandwich sale. Fairfield City Fire Department and Marshall, the Paw Patrol firefighter, Due to the chance of storms, the Fairfield City Fire Department sale for tomorrow, June 1st, is changing its location to the Fairfield City Fire Department at 108 Northwest 7th Street. So ignore the slide that we have that says F&B parking lot. It will be at the Fairfield City Fire Department, 108 Northwest 7th. So that's from 11 to 1. Bring the kiddos. They're going to have the children's fire safety house there. So the kids can run through that and check it out and meet Marshall. They do ask that you do not block the front of the fire department on the west side so their trucks can exit if there is an emergency during this time. So thank you for that update, Kurt. We appreciate it. Also, second Saturdays, the second one is coming up on Saturday, June 8th, and that is organized by the City of Fairfield and the Wayne County Chamber. This is a free event, inflatables, dance parties, sidewalk chalk, food vendors, lots of fun. I didn't get to go to the last one, but we did one during the solar eclipse, and it was such a blast. Maddox, we literally were there from the time it started until the time it ended, and like I don't even think he knew I was around, you know. I'm like, I'm watching Libby. I promise I didn't just run off and leave my kid. I'm watching him, but yeah, he had a blast. So shout out to them for hosting those. I think they're such a great little program. I appreciate it.
And that all actually came out of the eclipse weekend.
Yeah.
It was such a
great
good
turnout.
And a good feedback from the eclipse weekend thing downtown that they've decided just to do it.
Let's do it again.
Second Saturdays during the nice months here in the summer. So, yeah, I'm excited. Farmers Market opening day at Bless Bloom's Flower Market is also on Saturday, June 8th. That's from 8 to noon. So hit that up and then go to Second Saturdays. And I love the little markets out there. I'm so excited that Alyssa's. I know, because, you know, that stuff you'd have to go to Clarksville or Evansville and, you know, find these fancy little markets. And, you know, the vendors are amazing out there. There's such a wide variety of things.
Yeah. And it's all local.
It's all local.
All local people. Support those local businesses, small businesses. Also, not like we don't have enough going on June 8th. There is a Mule Nation Sand Volleyball Tournament at the Sports Zone, but it's not starting until 4. So it'll be an evening one. $20 per player, 4 versus 4 co-ed. I think we're going to get a team or two together for that. I'm not good at volleyball. Never played, but I have fun. Yeah. I'm not the most competitive person in at all, so like I just go and have a good time. Yes. And if I make you mad, I'm sorry.
all it does is make me mad.
Yeah,
and not
at me, but yeah,
I'm mad at myself.
Yeah, he's very competitive.
I get mad at myself.
Yeah,
and, you know,
listen.
I playing softball years. I mean, I just about knocked myself out.
Yeah.
Because if I do something stupid, I'd take the bat, hit myself.
Oh my gosh.
You know, kind of tap myself in the head, shake myself back, and there are a couple of times I hit myself hard enough. I was like, whoa, maybe I'll stop doing that.
That's hilarious. Yeah. It makes a lot more sense now. No,
it does make sense.
I'm just kidding. No, so I have a funny
Answers
story.
A lot of questions.
I have a funny story too about just being competitive. So CG, you know, Reeser.
Yeah.
Was, first of all, we met in PE class. She was like a junior in my freshman PE class, and she is so competitive.
Yes.
And we were playing pickleball, which, believe it or not, pickleball existed before, you know, the last 3 years when it like got huge. And I mean, she's just smashing it in my face, like you know, no remorse.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this girl is crazy. Needless to say, we weren't like best friends in high school. You know, she was a couple of years older, so she didn't really intermingle that much. But we went to college at SIU and became best friends. Right, living together, we're just the best of friends. I find out that she's started a softball intramural team to play, and I did not get an invite to be on that team. I was like, what? You're having a softball team? Well, I haven't heard anything about this. We're best friends. Why am I not on it, you know?
I'm right here.
Hello. I'm a good time. And so I got on a different softball team that was more focused on having fun. And we beat them.
No way.
We beat them. And so I was like, see? You got to have some fun on your team, too.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be all serious the whole time, but we like to joke about that now. We are two very opposite people when it comes to competition. It works. So, you balance each other out.
CG is she and her book club are taking on a week of our program, which is really cool. A book club's doing a full week of it.
That's so great.
Is it a book club or is it a book club?
They really
didn't ask for the definition.
Yeah, they do really read.
Yeah, I bet they do.
I had them come up and rent RJ. Just to check it out, and for their book club. But yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Well, you always see on TV, oh, we're going to book club.
Right.
What do you do at book club? Well,
what book are you reading?
Right, exactly.
We watch TV.
Do you have a book? Yeah. It's like the bar in one of the college towns. There's a bar called the Library or something like that. So I'm going to the library.
Yeah.
Tell your mom you're going to the library. I was at the library all night last night.
Yeah.
Brilliant marketing.
I
Love it.
was at the library so long that I had to crawl home. I was so tired.
I was so tired. Oh, my gosh. Okay. I have a few more events. Encanto Interactive Movie Night at Willow Creek Venue is on Sunday, June 9th, which I'm not sure a lot on the details on that, but it sounds super fun. I love Encanto.
Yeah, me too.
So,
is that a movie? Or,
yes.
See, I'm just completely out of the loop.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, he did Hamilton, like the
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, he did like the whole soundtrack, I believe, for Encanto too. But it's so good,
it is
fun,
good,
and just like sing along the whole time.
I will have to look that up.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, me and Noah are the type of people that like our kids will stop watching the animated movie, and we're so into it that we sit there and finish the movie.
It.
We're not even embarrassed to admit it. He may be a little bit, but we love him. So go out there. The VIP seating's $20, open seating's $15. Popcorn and a drink are included in the ticket price. All ages are welcome, but children must be accompanied by an adult. And then the last one, we're having canning for beginners up here. Ooh. Great House Grazing Acres. Yeah. I know, right? I'm like, this is the stuff that's like lost on our generation. Because our grandparents did it, and then our moms maybe like tried, but definitely mine.
I can remember helping my grandma.
Yes,
but I didn't go through the process.
Exactly.
I helped her out of the garden.
Right.
And all of those,
break the beans.
Probably the dirty jobs.
Exactly.
Of that part, but
and then the dangerous part.
Was not a
step
part
away. Yeah. So this class, I'm super excited about it because it's a 2-hour class, and she's going to teach like 3 different canning styles, which is pressure canning, which I think is what we do. We, as in not me, but my family. Water bath canning and steam canning. And then she's doing like the safety tips and all of that. And she said after the 2-hour class, she'll be ready to conquer canning. Okay. So you don't have to bring any of your own equipment, anything like that. And she's going to send you home with a presentation in a PDF format. And then like frequently asked canning questions,
and
tips and tricks, stuff like that. So it is on Saturday, June 22nd, 9 to 11.
Okay, so see,
up here at RJ on Main.
Got to the Blessed Markets, get your fresh fruits and vegetables.
Get it.
Yeah.
If you don't have the garden, and then come right on over for the canning.
Listen, I attended our sourdough class up here.
Yeah, we haven't had any sourdough bread in here yet.
My starter has not been started yet.
Oh, okay.
It's still sitting in the bag because I'm like,
going for you.
I'm like, can I wait until after I have to keep plants alive all summer and then try to keep my sourdough starter alive? It's a lot.
I have a neighbor who, her daughter does the sourdough, but even paints on it.
What?
It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Like I wouldn't want to eat it after that, but I mean it's beautiful.
Right, yeah, so you have to discard, you have to discard half of it. Every time you feed it, you have to discard half of it, which you could start another jar with. You have to feed it every day.
No, I'm not a
every day. I was like,
it wouldn't be
I have a hard enough time, like, you guys, kids, you want to eat again?
I know. Well, I feel like a cafeteria cook at my house. I'm always like, line up, here we go. Like,
scoop,
get your tray ready.
I love it. You need to get the trays for real.
No. Do
you have them?
No, but
we actually bought some of those one year.
That's a great idea for kids.
It would be great, yeah.
Because when our daughter was younger, our house was the hangout house for
all
the neighborhood kids.
So you were serving up a lot of kids.
So I mean, Tina'd make spaghetti and they had,
have your green beans with it.
Green beans,
peaches.
corn.
I have divider plates because I have some kids who do not want food touchy.
Yeah.
We found we found a few of those cafeteria trays.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
At a resale shop.
I know,
somewhere.
seriously.
Amazon.
Man, that's so good. Okay, let's see. What is next on our list? Oh, local birthdays and anniversaries. Go through that list. Mindy just had a birthday, right? Not too long ago. April
28th, yeah.
About a month ago.
Yeah.
I wanna very quickly say happy birthday to my son-in-law.
Okay,
Patrick.
I saw that
Pat
on
Brown.
Facebook.
Today is his birthday.
Pat. On the May 26th, happy birthday to Stacy Cooper. Coop Dog, as I like to call him. I don't know if he likes that or not, but especially now. Well, no, that's not Snoop Dogg that's in trouble. It's P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Well, let's not get into that. Sorry, just thinking out loud here. Shannon Arview, happy birthday. And Christy Stum on the 28th, happy birthday to Rita Matthews, Vanessa Vinson, and Charlie Vaughn. Happy birthday on the 29th to Alderman Terry Stahl, Josh Sterlini, and Jimmy Musgrave. On the 30th, yesterday, happy birthday, Robin Donahoe, Tammy Lee, the welder of the stars. Is that what I saw?
I saw that.
I loved it.
That was a Gordy Toombs comment,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Gordy's great. Happy
They
birthday
are
to Tammy.
wonderful.
I want my whole yard filled with her, like flowers, and
Right.
I have an owl, I have a snail. I'm like, I love them all. Happy birthday to Marcy Caldwell, Craig Zerlini, Zach Hill, and Thomas McDaniel. And tomorrow, June 1st, happy birthday to Chelsea Harrington. If you guys have birthday or anniversary submissions, send those to rjontheair@raylanjames.com, please. Because right now, Facebook is my birthday source and church newsletters.
Love it.
And the Vaughn calendar,
Yes.
which has quite a few of people
Right.
in our area on there. So, but yes, I would love to have your, especially anniversaries. That's
Yeah.
not something that
Thank
you,
I saw
see
where,
a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Corey Copeland's mother and father had an anniversary
oh, did they?
in the last couple of I think 70th.
Oh, wow.
70th
That's-
anniversary.
I'm pretty sure I saw that the other
Holy
day.
That's just amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, question of the day this week is, what is one ability that you believe everybody should possess? Which got some good answers back. I think, let's see, Gordy Toombs said to help others in some way, which I feel like we're all naturally drawn to do for the most part. You know, even you don't know sometimes when you're helping people.
Yeah.
A smile, a hug. I went to Teresa Kaiser's funeral this week, and it was the most beautiful funeral I've ever been to.
Yeah.
I mean, you laughed, you cried, you heard wonderful stories.
Yeah, what a great legacy, though.
Seriously.
What an incredible woman and mother.
Oh, my
and
gosh.
then the legacy that she leaves behind
Yes.
to her family.
And they said to live like Teresa and give a hug to a stranger. She was known for being like, oh, that she's having a rough time right now. You know, I think the story was like her ex-husband's mother-in-law's sister is fighting cancer right now. And Heidi's like, I need a flow chart to know who the heck you're talking about right now. But that was just the woman that she was. So love that. Everyone just hug a stranger, smile at a stranger. You never know who it's going to really help. So Crystal Vaughn said to tell the truth. Jerry Eckleberry to be loyal. Rhonda Rose said to be kind. Samantha Smith said empathy. I think that's a really good one, too. I like that. I would love just to, I know it sounds awful, but to know what everyone's thinking. I'm so not a fake person
Right.
that I can't handle. I want everyone to like me, but I think that would remove that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't have to worry about, does he really like me? Does she really like me? What are your true thoughts? And then all of that anxiety from that is gone, right?
Yeah. Right.
And maybe we'd all like each other a lot more if you truly knew what was going on in that person's mind,
Yeah.
what they're struggling with. It would be a lot kinder. So that's my
I
deep
think
thought
that's
of the
part
day.
Of just like loving others, like
Yes,
well,
right.
like regardless of how well they love you back.
Yes,
Just
and being
love them.
empathetic and just truly
Yep.
loving others. I think so too. Mark, what's yours?
Just, that everybody just, I can't think of the word I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Just acceptance.
Oh, I like that.
Acceptance.
To accept, yeah.
Yeah. My other one is.
I love that.
My other one is drive a stick shift.
I
think everybody should be taught to drive a stick shift.
Not happening. Oh my gosh, that's great. Parallel park.
Yeah,
that's another one.
Yeah, but now we're gonna have cars that do it for us.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
We waited long enough. I'm not teaching.
It's like your car keeps you in the lane. It stops you from hitting someone else.
Yes.
Like
my emergency, like beep 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 beep. It's went off a time or two. Like, oh crap, thank you.
Yeah. Or you have to constantly like turn the blade. Like
yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh,
it drives itself.
It's amazing. Technology is an amazing thing. We have a few people chiming in on the live chat. Your father-in-law, Ken Otey, says, if this lady sets her mind to something, you better either support her or get out of the way. She is a jewel, and that is the truth. Mindy has been a trailblazer since day one. So, and Dave Rigg said, please include my son, Jeremy Rigg, on your birthdays. His birthday is Sunday. I will get him added, Dave. Thank you for letting me know, and thanks for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have trivia questions
I do.
for today?
I
What
do.
are our questions?
Since tomorrow is the 1st of June, these are Juneral trivia
General.
instead of general.
Oh my gosh. That went right over my head.
All right. What does the United States celebrate on June 14th?
Juneteenth?
No.
Oh,
That's
is that
June
19th?
I think, yeah. Flag Day.
Flag Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Baseball great Lou Gehrig was born and died in the month of June. What is the medical name of the disease that was named after him?
Lou Gehrig's disease?
Yes.
I'm like, is this too obvious?
Or is this tricky?
ALS.
Oh, okay.
Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis.
That was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, I could tell. I could tell. All right. Number 3. Much to the joy of the village people, this organization was founded in London on June 6th, 1844.
The YMCA?
Yeah, the YMCA.
I'm like, once again, is this a trick question? Gosh.
All right, on June 15th, 2012, Nick Walenda became the first person to successfully tightrope walk across this landmark in upstate New York. A lot of people went over it in a barrel.
Oh, the Niagara Falls?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I know.
I don't
No
understand.
desire.
Listen, absolutely not.
Nah.
I'm not afraid of
Not
heights,
even if
but
I
I'm
have a harness or
also
anything.
no.
Desire.
No.
All right, number 5. This device that many people have attached to their hip right now was first released on June 29th, 2007.
Cell phone?
The iPhone.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, do people still do the hip clips?
Actually, I saw one the other day. I was thinking more on in the back
pocket.
You know,
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, I know they're so big anymore, though. I'm like, why do they keep getting bigger? I'm like,
Yeah.
where am I putting
Well,
this?
I don't know. The first one was like
The Zach
The
Morris.
Zach Morris
phone.
phone.
Yeah, that's true. Then they got really small. Remember, like the Juke?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like this. It makes me think of like Zoolander or whatever, where he like tries to open his phone. And then they got big
It was cool at the
again.
time.
Yeah. All right. On what one of 2 dates does the summer solstice occur?
21st. Yeah.
Or
Oh, 22nd, 20th.
20th.
All right.
Go down. All right.
Yeah, I pulled that out of my butt.
This is the most commonly purchased barbecue meat in the United States. And I wouldn't really consider this a barbecued meat.
Okay, so barbecued as in grilled,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
Hamburger.
It's actually hot dogs.
That's not a meat. No.
That's true. That's a good point.
What are we qualifying as meat here?
All right. This Florida tourist attraction, known as the world's happiest place, opened in 1971.
Disney World.
Look at that. They just
there.
went. Yeah.
We
the whole
actually
fam.
Yeah.
we
Yes,
actually
it was so
went to
much fun.
Disney World in 1971.
Really?
Yes, and then we took our daughter to Disney World on the 25th anniversary,
Oh, wow.
and then she took her family in 2021 to the 50th anniversary.
Well, how cool.
Yes,
I know.
we were there too. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I need to go with someone that knows how to go. I
need
need
to
to
go
go
with the
with you
Oteys,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah. Or like Aaron Onstadt, Aaron Townsend.
Yeah.
So I need to go with
I
you
think
guys
that's-
because it's overwhelming for me. And I
Ken
didn't
and
know
Rita's
you.
anniversary is going to be like coming up. And
Yeah,
then, like,
gonna
let's
go
just
again.
Yeah. Let's just all go
How
and get everyone.
fun.
Because it is so much fun with all the cousins. and
What's,
everything. We have
four
so-
more of us. Just, we'll just pile in.
Yeah,
You
seriously,
won't even
there's
know we're
always
there.
room at our table. There's always room. You just come on with us.
Because I didn't know you had to be so organized. You have
Yeah.
to like know where you're gonna be, where you're gonna eat.
Yeah.
But it's not stressful if you
Figure it out,
It's
right.
really not.
And
I
I'm-
love every part of it.
And
See,
there are,
and
I love it.
I'm a planner. Like I love to plan, but
And-
I don't know. I think since I've went I've went twice. I went when I was a kid. I mean, my mom got lost, and it was kind of
no.
traumatic. I enjoyed it then, but we went back when Aniston had cancer. She got her
Yes.
Make-A-Wish,
Yep.
and we went there, and we had Lawson, we had Aniston, and they were in strollers, and Aniston, was not feeling the best, and it was just. There were so many people, and we tried to go in restaurants, and we didn't have reservations, and
Yeah,
it's
if
like,
you don't know, it could be like
Yeah.
a terrible experience.
Yes.
there are travel agents
I know
that specifically deal with Disney vacations.
yeah,
And they will take care of
everything.
for you. They'll just print you off a sheet of paper so you can be here.
How do I deal with my husband that doesn't like a schedule though? Leave him at home. He'd be happy.
Yeah,
about
as you're right, say, I'll page you. I'll call you when we're done.
yeah, right. Have a great time at the hotel.
All right. Number 9. What annoying insect is back this year for the first time in 17 years?
Locusts.
The
Gosh.
cicada. Yep.
Cicada.
Cicadas are so
Whatever.
loud.
Oh, man. And I don't know if you guys saw the picture on Facebook from Harrisburg. All of these, leaf blowers and weed eaters, the cicadas are attracted to that. They think they're mating calls.
Oh.
I saw a picture from Harrisburg, a guy that was running one of those compactors.
Yeah.
And he had cicadas just all over his body.
Oh my
I can't imagine.
gosh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard someone was at a wedding and that it was hard to hear because
Oh, yeah.
they were so loud.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're by the trees, you cannot hear.
Yeah.
This outdoor game with a net and a ball can be played both indoors or outdoors.
Pickleball.
It is pickleball, but
Yeah.
there's another one too.
Tennis, ping pong, anything with a net. I don't know. Volleyball.
Volleyball.
Okay. Like I'm getting there.
That's the one I had.
Yeah,
listed,
I like
volleyball.
it. I like it.
All right. Let's see here. If June is the longest day in the northern hemisphere, what is the shortest day of the year?
Got nothing.
Well, it's in December.
December.
That's the solstice.
December something,
Right.
but I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know the
December
day.
20th.
All right.
I don't know.
Oh, is there not an actual day?
It's just in
I don't-
December.
Just
I was
20th,
like-
21st.
I thought we had to give a
December, but I don't know
specific
what
day.
And actually,
I knew it was in
actually
December.
worded that question wrong. If I was going to say if June is the longest day in the northern hemisphere, what day is the longest day in the
Oh, okay. 'cause
southern
it's-
hemisphere?
Right.
Maybe the
So,
winter, okay.
okay.
All right. Final question: what famous tennis tournament starts in June in England?
Wimbledon.
It is Wimbledon.
That's the only tennis tournament that I know the name of.
Good job.
I got it. I typically feel so dumb during this section of our.
Nailed it.
Yep, got it today. I didn't do too bad. Susan Hanks says, fabulous interview. Love my friend Mindy and what she has started.
She's an
Everyone
angel.
is rallying behind you and your mission. Do you have anything that we missed that we want to make sure we mention?
Not believe I have anything
Okay.
that I missed. If I did, and someone had a question,
Yes.
just jump on that Facebook page, follow it, and message me.
Awesome.
That's going to be the best way I keep everyone informed of kind of what's going on.
Yes. And I put
And share that Facebook page.
Yes,
Yes, please,
I put a
spread the word.
post on RJ on the Air Facebook that just has it linked to Feeding Kids of Wayne County and their current needs, a list to the Amazon wish list, that type of stuff, and just reminded people that the items can be bought locally and dropped off at New Beginnings Church.
Yes.
So thank you seriously for what you're doing
Thank you. Yes.
and listening to the calling of, something that is much needed in our area.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And I know obviously everyone else is very excited about it too.
I appreciate everyone.
Yeah.
There's no way this could have happened without just everyone's support and just being present and not just like being aware of it, but wanting to step in and serve in whatever way they feel called.
Right.
Has truly made this program happen for this community this summer, which is really cool.
Wonderful.
To kind of watch that happen. So.
Yep. And I see it happening for many years to come and just continuing to grow and expand and serve more people. So, which 200 people this first 4 days is just mind blowing.
Really
It is. It is. It's so great. One quick little announcement for us. Starting in June next week, we're going to be cutting the podcast down to once a week again, just doing it on Fridays. Just kind of we have a lot going on. And
it's a summer thing.
Yep. We'll hopefully reconvene after summer, because things slow down for us in the fall.
Yeah.
Right.
Not a lot going on. No sports or nothing, but yeah, we're excited to continue doing it on Fridays. It's definitely something that we feel called to do and just enjoy getting to meet with people in the community and kind of shine a light on all the wonderful things that people are doing in our community and just how wonderful Fairfield is. We love it and want to shine a bright light on it. So be sure to check out our other podcast on RJ on the Air as well, though. We have Gospel Time with Dave Rigg. Shout out to him for letting us post those. And then we have Wayne County Now and the Listening Lounge with Double D. So check those out. And we're hoping to continue growing. We also have After Dark with local musicians that we started doing like once a month and just kind of shining a light on them. And those are so much fun to record. But keep supporting us and liking and sharing our pages as well and getting the word out. So, but that's all the time we have for today. 1 minute over. I'm so proud of us. I feel like we can talk and talk and talk. So 1 minute over is really good. But join us next Friday at 8:30 a.m. for It's a Beautiful Day in Fairfield. And have a beautiful day, beautiful weekend, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for being here. We will see you guys next Friday.
Wonderful. Thank you.